He was one of Britain's most powerful monarchs, yet his mind slowly unraveled. Was it madness or medicine that failed him? This is the mysterious illness of King George III, a story where the crown met uncertainty and science chased shadows. In the half-light of empire, whispers began. Something was wrong with the king, and what the court saw, it could not explain. Britain stood at the height of ceremony, yet behind the curtains, unease gathered. Advisors sought remedies, priests offered prayers, none reached the source. Power can command armies, not certainty. When a mind falters, the world tilts with it. From Kew to Windsor, whispers travelled faster than couriers. The stage was set for a sovereign's most intimate struggle. The mysterious illness of King George III, a history of symptoms, and a diagnosis that came too late. Chapter 1. The descent begins. Listen closely. During his long reign, King George III saw Britain rise and fracture, even losing the American colonies. At home, industry stirred. Abroad, territory expanded and bled. He cultivated virtue and stability, preferring farms to fireworks. Called Farmer George, he prized order, routine, and the land. Yet across the Atlantic, revolt remade a continent, policies divided parliament, events outran intentions. But behind the crown, his erratic behavior began to worry his court. Fits of mania, wild speech, and uncontrollable outbursts followed. Some days he was tireless, others incoherent. Routine precision began to smear. Whispers hardened into fear. The court braced for a tempest they could not name. Inside private rooms, urgency replaced ceremony. Treatments then were blunt instruments, purges, blisters, restraints. A family grieved in silence, a nation speculated aloud. Power demanded continuity, health refused simplicity. He spoke for hours without pause, suffered hallucinations, and endured waves of exhaustion. Physicians of the time labeled it madness. But centuries later, scientists looked closer. His thoughts surged like floodwater, words racing beyond sense. Hallucinations visited without invitation. Then exhaustion, cruel as any fever. Observations stacked up, but patterns stayed hidden. Treatments aimed at balancing humors, not biology. Medicine offered metaphors when it lacked mechanisms. Through thin walls, servants counted hours and hoped for quiet. The days blurred, the illness did not. Faith steadied hearts where science could not. Another day, another attempt to understand. Confusion, pain, discoloration reported in urine, sensitivity to light. Opiates calmed and clouded in equal measure. The palace became a quiet cage, and then a theory would leap centuries to meet him. In the 20th century, researchers proposed a new cause, porphyria, a rare genetic disorder affecting blood and the nervous system. Its symptoms, confusion, pain, even discoloration, matched the king's strange behaviors. Porphyria can run in families, striking across generations. Researchers aligned the timelines, flares, remissions, triggers, a chemical shadow projected onto a royal life. Color changes, abdominal pain, mental disturbance, the triad that built a case. The theory caught fire, diagnostic elegance meeting historical mystery. Evidence was circumstantial, but compelling. Others argued for bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, or severe metabolic stress. Stress, diet, and treatments could trigger or mimic episodes. Porphyria framed the puzzle, if not the whole picture, and medicine of the day added complications of its own. The porphyria hypothesis endures because it fits much, but not all. It humanizes the king, not demon, but patient. New tools would probe old locks, searching the past for toxins. Modern studies of George's preserved hair revealed high levels of arsenic, possibly from medical treatments. Instrumental analyses traced toxins in microscopic detail. Remedies then, emetics, calomel, antimonials, could poison as they tried to heal. The cure may have worsened his condition, blurring the line between illness and poison. Arsenic disrupts metabolism, amplifying neurological turmoil. Two shadows overlapping, genetic risk and iatrogenic harm. When aligned with diaries, arsenic spikes mirror periods of decline. Even state papers track a rhythm of lucidity and loss. Modern heuristics, historic data, an imperfect partnership. Some care helped, gentle structure and rest instead of force. Other methods left scars you could not see. Intentions good, outcomes mixed, lessons costly. No single label fits. Patterns overlap, sources entangle, but the evidence for toxic burden is hard to ignore. Through it all was a person, not a case file. Though called the Mad King, George III was likely a victim of his era's medicine. His suffering changed how history saw mental illness, not as evil, but as human. Care evolves when compassion meets evidence. We read the past to treat the present. History does not heal, but it can teach, and it can soften our judgments. Even kings need gentleness, routine, and time. Recovery is not a straight line. What we see is a face, what he felt was a storm. Stories settle like autumn, gentle, inevitable. Mystery remains, but fear recedes. We honor the person, not the diagnosis. His story reminds us that even kings can fall to mystery. Madness or medicine, perhaps both. And in the light, a clearer kindness.